Good afternoon, everyone. This is Coach Matt with our Monday workout. Let's begin this week with 3 minutes of your choice warm-up pace cardio, and then you'll need a light kettlebell to do some additional exercises. We'll start off with, we're gonna go 2 rounds through this little sequence, and I want you to start with a real nice and gentle toe touch to overhead reach, and this is practicing curling and moving the vertebrae relative to one another at a very nice, light, and gentle level. So you should feel like a good stretch in the lumbar muscle in the back, the upper back. Kind of let those things shrug, and then let them all extend as you reach up in the overhead position. Then we're gonna practice bracing, right? So 2 different modes of operation for the spine. One is like nice and gentle and fluid and stretchy. The next is braced and tight and strong to create tension. Right, so the first will be a kickstand deadlift. So you can have a moderate load on this. I have the 24. I'm gonna use that for all my demos on this, or the 26. I'm gonna use this for all my demos today. But you can feel free to go heavier if you would like to, but you don't need to. So kickstand deadlift should feel similar on the front leg to the single leg deadlift, but the balance is much, much easier, and the back leg actually contributes a little bit, and you should squeeze both glutes when you stand up to the top. When you finish those deadlifts, we're gonna go into like a short set, just some nice, easy, light Russian kettlebell swings to warm up that hip hinge pattern and try to get your hips and your glutes and your hamstrings all thinking about quick extension, all right? Next one will be a lunge Spider-Man toe touch. So I'll do my long lunge, reach down into the Spider-Man, kick back to the hamstring reach, and then in one motion up and touch that toe. Do it again. We're going all the way down, or 10 reps, whichever happens first. If you get to the end, if you get to 10 reps and you're only halfway, walk back to the end, and then I want you doing a 40-foot bear crawl all the way back, all right? So bear crawl, just along the floor like that, get 2 rounds through that warm-up sequence, and then we're going into 3 different barbell elements for today. So we're gonna do some drills, and then some cleans, and then some RDLs with a superset, and there'll be some extra credit afterwards at the end. So the drills is gonna be 4 sets through, 4 clean pulls, plus 3 hang clean shrugs, right? There are percentages written on this. This was a workout that was on the CrossFit.com main site a while back. Do not feel like you have to stick to the percentages if you're still practicing the movement. However, this is a movement that you can overload pretty heavily and get a lot out of it. So we're practicing the clean pull and we're practicing the clean shrug. And you can do this at a weight that you could not do the power clean at, or the squat clean at. And that is intentional. So when we overload the fast extension movement where you're staying above the bar, the purpose of that is to make the next part feel lighter, right? So we'll go probably down in weight when we go to the power cleans. But the first one, so it'll be 4 plus 3 each set, and then rest as needed in between sets, okay? So from the ground, my nice setup position, the clean pull is a quick hip extension, followed by a jump, right? And a straight arm shrug, right? Clean pull, like so. Then I'm gonna do 3 reps of a clean shrug, and this one I want you to actually try to raise the bar a little bit. So from the top of the knees, shrug. Top of the knees, shrug, okay? That's our clean pull, clean shrug. The main difference there is on the clean shrug, you can allow your elbows to bend a little bit, but you don't need to pull it up high. By the time you finish 7 reps, your grip and your traps and your upper back should all be pretty lit up. And it did have a note in there to use lifting straps if you want to go heavier on it. You may need that because your grip will probably be the thing that fails before anything else does on that sequence. When we finish the 4 sets of that, then we're going into 5 doubles of the power clean. So that'll be from the ground both times, power clean, reset, power clean, and then done, all right? A power clean double, a heavy double, if you drop it from the top and then immediately reset and go again, that's okay, but make sure it's not 2 singles, right? Spaced out by like 5 or 10 seconds. Try to make them back to back. If you can go touch and go touch and go on it. But that'll be our whole weightlifting sequence. And when we talk about options for the workout, this will be one that people will take drastically different amounts of time on, right? If you want to really focus on the weightlifting portion of this workout, then I want you to spend like 20 minutes on these 9 sets, all right? And if you want to just get through it, practice the skill of it, get your heart rate up a little bit, you can feel free to do this every minute on the minute for 9 minutes straight and just be done with it. And that would be a perfectly fine way to do it. You'll get your heart rate up. You won't lift as much weight, but it will be a much more metabolic event for you. When we finish with it, there is Romanian deadlifts, which is kind of our cleanup stuff. This is 4 sets of 8 at a moderate load. I'd like you to find a load that allows you to keep it relatively the same the whole time. So our Romanian deadlift, we'll pick it up from the ground 1 time, slight bend in the knee, and this is all hip and hamstring work, okay? So I go slightly below my knee before I can't go any further with my hamstrings, and to get lower, I'd either have to bend my knees or bend my back, right? And I wanna stop where my hamstrings stop on this one, all right? So that is my Romanian deadlift. There's a superset, and there are extra credit work afterwards for hip and knees. If you want to take that on, I would say, like, if you're going at a weightlifting pace in the beginning, you probably will not have time for the extra credit. So if you want to get to the extra credit, make sure that you lift a little lighter, lift a little quicker, get through those power cleans, lickety split, and through your Romanian deadlifts and supersets, lickety split, and that will be it for the day, okay? All right, that's it for Monday. Have a great one. I'll see you guys on Tuesday.